start spreading the news. She's got nothing to lose. Yeah, Callie's in New York, walking on air in the lights of Times Square. Yeah, Callie's in New York. Got a date with the Empire State. Sounds great. The Bronx is up and the Battery's down. A fine Soho cafe by the light of the day, but the night is right for painting the town. Come on, lose your blues. You won't need an excuse when you're with Callie. New York is just right. Get that bottle uncorked. Yeah, Callie's in New York.
Hey, I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. I'm here in Central Park. It's my first time here in New York, and I got to meet up with Natalie Del Conte. We fell in love with you on Textra, and now you're with CNET hosting Loaded. Yes. So tell us about the new show.
Well, I still miss Pod Show, so I just want to get that out there. But the new show, actually, it's, you know, I wrote Textra and I put it together and all that stuff. So Loaded is not all that different. It's just with CNET now. So it's still me, you know, writing all my own stuff and things like that. It's just great that CNET is sort of behind it now because we have just a little more resources. So not that Pod Show didn't have the resources to put behind Textra, because, you know, it was a show that I'm really proud of, and when I watched Textra, I'm like, oh, it's like looking at baby pictures, you know. But it's just great now that we just have a bit more resources to throw into the show. So, you know, when there's a new laptop out and I don't have to chase it down because it's somewhere, you know, someone else can we can insert that into the show. So that's what Loaded is.
How many times a week?
It's 4 times a week now. So Textra was 3, and it's also a lot earlier in the morning. So we get up at 5 and make sure we've got all the headlines ready, and we film at 7, and it's supposed to be up at 9 East Coast, so that when people wake up on the West Coast, they can have their loaded. Get loaded.
I feel so bad for you.
Yeah, I'm a morning person anyway. Okay. So, and just in adjusting to New York, New York is nicer in the morning. It smells bad at the end of the day. So I'm happy to be up in the morning when the sun's coming up and the city looks pretty still. So
you say when you look back at Textra that it kind of feels like, you know, baby pictures. Yeah. You feel, for us, it seems like you feel more comfortable on Loaded than you did with Textra. Not that you were awesome on Textra, but
don't hurt my feelings. Well, you know, sometimes I look at the early episodes of Textra and I'm like, I look terrified because I just was, you know, it was brand new to me. I was a print journalist. So now I look back and I realize that I can breathe a little more and I can stay still a little more. I don't shuffle my feet like I was really nervous before. So it is like, I'm sure you know, if you look at early episodes of Geek Brief, it is like looking at your baby pictures.
Oh, absolutely. I talked like, hi, I'm Callie Lewis. You're so scared.
You just sort of get used to it, and it's like anyone getting used to anything. You just slowly but surely are less afraid.
You moved from San Francisco to New York, and to me, just being here a day, the two cities seem kind of the same but different in certain ways. How is the transfer been?
Don't speak it. No, it's definitely been hard, and I'm away from my family. They're all still back home, and so it's not an easy city. It's not a warm city that just kind of takes you in right away. And also, I think that I'm just, you know, born and bred Bay Area, so kind of weary, but New York is 10 times bigger than San Francisco. So I think you can't really know what you think of San Francisco or of New York in just the 3 months that I've been here. So, but it is, what's so weird about it, and I think you probably have this experience too, is not being in the tech community but covering tech, because we're so far from the Silicon Valley now. So now I watch it from afar. So, I mean, what is that experience like for you, watching it from afar in a different time zone? It's definitely a bit more challenging.
I like it. It gives me more of a perspective of, you know, what else is out there. I'm not so involved in it. Like, I am involved in it, and I know everything that's going on. But
you're part of it. I hate to tell you, but you are. But anyway.
But yeah, I mean, but there is a separation, and you hear Twitter, everybody's going to different parties or whatever, and I'm not a party person, so I don't get jealous about that, because I hate parties. Like, I just feel so uncomfortable at parties. But, you know, there is that removed feeling, and sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad.
I also just kind of like the time jump, too, so that, you know, even if you're not the first one on a story, you still are pretty early because you're in a different time zone, so that's nice, too.
I love watching your Flickr page because you post delicious pictures of food. You have to go see it.
I do like to. I'm a big foodie, so I think food is art, and none of it is stuff that I make. It's just when someone else does something that wows me, I have to put it up on Flickr. But you have the best food too. I called you out on that pizza one.
Oh yeah, the buffalo chicken, spicy chicken pizza or something.
Yes, I drooled over that.
So people can find your Flickr at flickr.com/photos/Natalie Del Conte, or
I
is
think
it?
it is all just all one word, Natalie Del Conte.
And CNET's Loaded, where can they find that?
That's loaded at CNET, loaded.cnettv.com.
Or you can email her at?
Loaded@cnettv.com. Yeah, there's an abundance of ways to reach me.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Geek Breathe Fast Credits.